G'day and welcome. Alright, the flies are just something severe out there today. I think we're going to get a storm after, so flies are always really bad just when there's a little overcast like that. So unfortunately what I'm going to show you is going to be dark in the basement here, because it's just, the flies are too bad. So what does a guy do when he has like little to no money? Well, I'll tell you what he does. He finds old bicycles and tries to fix them up. That's what he does. I got this Nakamura trail back. I don't know if this was a good bike or not, but the frame looks pretty straight. The front end is straight, but it looks like it's kind of, one of the forks are kind of exploded. So I'll have to take it apart and see if I can fix it or not. If I can't, I can't, whatever. But my goal here is either cannibalize this bike or fix this bike. Found it along the side of the road, so I was like, got an aluminum post here. The seat's kind of bent. I'll just put that in a vise, bend it back, you know. As long as the frame is straight, everything seems to be there, minus some of the pads or whatever. But there's another bike I have out there. I've had it for a while. The head bearing's done in that bike. The head bearing seems pretty good in this one. I've already given it the shake test. The crank, it's all steel. Pedals are all steel. Every time I find aluminium bits, I try to transfer them to another bike. Why? Because one problem with mountain bikes is that they're so freaking bloody heavy. Now, if you're going downhill, steel is good. It's got rigidity, but it's also got flexibility and whatever. I don't really want it for that. I just want it kind of more like, think of it just like the, you know, so I can go anywhere. I was looking for road bikes today. At a secret location. I was looking for some old road bikes, but nobody uses road bikes around here anymore. Those years ago, you'd find like 10 of them on the side of the road. And I want a road bike again, you know, because I don't have any money. So if I could just, you know, take 16 half-destroyed bikes and make one good one out of it, you know, I could find other parts and bits, no problem. As long as you can find a bearing to line up. I found a couple other mountain bikes, but they're like, although they looked funky, the frames were like, you know, 10 pounds just a frame. This thing, I don't know, it seemed lighter than the other one, obviously, because the wheels are not on it. So new bars, well, that's no problem. I got, you know, I'll just transfer everything from that second bike that I have onto this one. The other one, the frame might be a little bit lighter, but this might be a little bit more durable. That type of thing. But I'll take all the aluminum bits off the other one, put it on this one. And if this one comes out lighter than my other bike, which is in, you know, my supercycle is like, I don't know, that thing's over 40 pounds. I looked for aluminum rims, but I couldn't find any today. Again, you know, and what you do find is usually so dilapidated and destroyed, you know, you can never fix it. But this, I could probably make it a functional bike again, and if I could, that'd be great. If I can't, oh well, I tried. But there's some things on it that do look pretty good, such as the aluminum seat post. You know, it saves you a bit of weight, like you know, ounces equal pounds over distance, right? So when you're cycling all day or that type of thing, which I'm going to get back into cycling. You know, again, I don't have a lot of money. One of the cheapest sports you can get back into is cycling, that type of thing. So we'll see what I can do with this thing. I don't know how long it'll take me to get it to go, but on a day like today, if it's going to storm or whatever, I can just grab my toolkit and just start pulling things apart, clean them up, get it down to the basic frame. I'll take this bottle. It's now look like that piece of Picasso artwork. I'll take that off there. The crank seems solid. The head bearing seems solid. So from there, and everything else is there. The chain's there. I mean, yeah, it's rusty, whatever. But it looks like I got some aluminium bits here, so that might be a little bit lighter than the derailleur on the other one. So again, it doesn't make a big difference, but if you're going to go like 100 clicks in a day or something like that, and I've done that before, I'd rather have a road bike, but you know, also too, I could, you know, trails are not a problem on something like this. So I'll see what I can get going, and if I can make something out of it, great. If not, I'll toss it back in the garbage. If not, I'll just cannibalize it for the good parts. But it looks like the frame was a lighter frame. I think it might be it's not definitely not an aluminum frame. Probably like a chromoly or something like that, because I see where it's scratched. It's just really shiny. There's no rust. It wouldn't be stainless, obviously. It'd be probably like a chromoly or something like that. I don't know what kind of frame it is. I'll research the bike, see what I can find out on it, and you know what they were worth and stuff like that. It was probably one of those, you know, $500-600 bikes probably, or maybe cheaper. Some of the stuff on it looks like it was actually pretty good. The suspension, the front suspension, actually looks like it's pretty straight on there. It's just one fork is blown, so whoever ditched this thing, it looked like he ditched it pretty hard, judging that the bar is completely folded. But it doesn't take much to do that either. But everything else, or unless he got hit by a car or something, I don't know. But yeah, I'll get this thing all cleaned up, and then yeah, go from there. Hey, always a project.